Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Rynthiyen here. Figured I'd hop on some TF2 and just chat for a little bit. It's the new year, 2026. Pretty crazy. I've been making content now consistently for about a month. It's pretty crazy for me because I haven't ever really made content in general before. So to do it consistently is such a huge accomplishment for myself, and I'm extremely proud of that. But that's not really going to be the topic of today. Figured I'd just throw that out there and just say that I'm proud of that. I figured I would just go ahead and just chat and maybe tell a few stories while we're at it as we play through a few games, like a late night commentary. It's 6 a.m. right now. Got myself a cup of coffee. Um, I changed the HUD up and everything. We're using like a vaporwave HUD. Hopefully it's uh, okay looking. I did add a little bit of flare with the filter. Oh, we'll see how that goes. I think I shot my teammate a minute ago by accident, thinking he was on the opposite team. Now, I haven't played for a long time, so don't judge me too hard if I'm gonna be horrible at this. I haven't played any FPS game for that matter, actually, in a while. You know, the last time I made a TF2 video, I I mentioned in there that I had been playing Kovacs actually, and I hadn't played it for going on about a week when I made that video. But now I haven't played Kovacs now for several months, and I kind of just fell out of the habit because I was pretty comfortable and happy with the progress that I had made. If you guys aren't familiar, there's this community, uh, Voltaic, that put together benchmarks, and you can test your aiming skills, and you can get better and all that. It's all for free. It's super cool. Um, so I did that for quite a long time. I really did it because I felt like I was a part of a community, and that felt awesome. I hadn't really felt a part of a community before, and so such a unique and nice feeling. And I was making a lot of progress too. I ended up getting to basically master complete, honestly. But for those of you who don't know anything about Voltaic, it's not a big deal. You know, it's up there, but it's not like the highest rank or anything. But it's certainly a high achievement for me. But I feels good to play, even though I'm being absolutely destroyed here. Like a bit nostalgic. I'm like dying so much. A bit nostalgic playing. Like going back to my roots a little bit, you know. A story I had in mind I wanted to share, a bit of a scary one. I guess it's in theme with what I've been doing lately, playing a lot of indie horror games. It would be a scary story when I was younger. Uh, Once upon a time, when I was like 10 years old, I lived in Mesquite. That's in Nevada, and I lived in this one-story uh, uh, place we were renting out. We were there for maybe a good 2 years, maybe a year and a half. Not really important though. Man, I'm missing all my shots. Maybe I should switch it up, but I'm not going to. Uh, and while we were there, we had um, we had a few computers that was in the living room. That was what my brothers used to the game on. And I was awake in the middle of the night, with one of my older brothers who was gaming next to me playing World of Warcraft. And next to him, I was sitting crisscross applesauce, and I was playing with some knockoff Legos. And I'm getting railed.
Mission ends in 60 seconds.
And I looked up from my Legos and I saw like a face that was where the window would have been. Distance away. It was dark. The only area was lit up by my brother's computer screen, which he was gaming on. And so it could have easily been mistaken with just the way that it looked like a face. But to me at the time, I was convinced it was. And I could only mutter out the words to him, we're going to die. Yeah, very ominous coming from your younger brother. I was probably 10. He was maybe 16. He had nothing else on his mind except just game all day. And yet here I am scaring him. Not intentionally, though. We got the guillotine. I gotta grab that. You know, every time I pull out the guillotine, I can't help but to think of two different maps. It's either Nucleus or Hong Kong in these maps here on control points. Primarily just because I watched a lot of Stir when I was growing up. I saw him always go for the Sandman and the guillotine. See if I can hit anyone here. A huge miss. I should probably put up like a disclaimer or something. What you're about to watch is literally one of the worst gameplays you could watch. I haven't played for a long time, and I'm literally not trying. I'm basically throwing the game. So I looked up from my Legos, and I saw a face in the distance that was oddly illuminated from my brother's computer screen, as it being one of the only lights that was only one of the available light sources around. Oh, right. Got 3 scouts. Not too bad. Okay, okay. We're bringing it back. Man, I keep getting distracted. And when I saw this face, when I muttered out the words, we're going to die, he freaked out and he was like, what are you talking about? He was just like kind of stunned, and I was frozen in fear. And so I didn't really respond to him. I just kept repeating it because it was the only thing I could mutter aside from just being frozen in fear. And out comes running on all fours one of my other brothers trying to scare me, and I screamed, freaked out, and it was so funny to him in the moment, but it scared the shit out of me, and it definitely left me like with a core horrifying memory. I certainly wouldn't be forgetting anytime soon. And he comes over and he hugs me, he comforts me, and I'm like crying, but I feel comforted now and I feel better. And I realized it was just a joke, it was a prank, and I was like, whew, whatever that scary face was. I'm glad to hear that it was. I'm glad to see that it was just my brother playing a prank on me. As he was comforting me, I looked back off in the distance to where the face was. The thing that scared the shit out of me was that the face had never left. It was still there. And that left like an actual like horrifyingly core memory. Oh man, I was trying to bait the spy, man. I was gonna look so stupid on recording. I thought I was gonna bait him, make him be like, "Oh, he went AFK. Ah, it's an easy kill." Oh, it's so dumb.
Mission ends in 30 seconds.
You know, it's not like it's the longest story ever, but it was certainly scary to me. I was so young, 10. I mean, anything scares you at that age.
Mission ends in 10 seconds.
Dang.
Full point.
I think I captured that. Wait, hold on. Let's go. And actually kind of did something.
The control point is being captured.
Now, looking back on these memories of when I was younger, you know, repeating them and all that out loud. When I was younger, it really left like a horrifying core memory that when someone asked me for like a scary story I had when I was younger, that's definitely one that comes to mind. But it's not even like the most horrifying thing ever. It's probably someone just playing a prank on us. It like at the worst, right? Based in reality, it was probably more like me seeing something that oddly resembled a face, and so I started just assuming it was and freaked out. But yeah, I guess that's really about it. I just wanted to share a story and say Happy New Year's and have a little bit of a fun chat here. And that's about it. So let me know down below what's a scary core memory for yourself, or just a core memory in general. What's something that when you think of when it comes to childhood is something that you always associate with something that helped develop your character, you know? Doesn't have to be super long, just a fun little story. Anyways, I'll see you all in the next one. Hope you all take care, stay warm out there, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.